Okay, welcome back, everyone. And today we have James Harden is doing it again. So basically, we all know James Harden requested it. He wants to be traded. Which is so random and weird. I've talked about this, but just a little bit last night. But like this is really crazy. Like the Clippers literally have been the best game. No, they have been the best team. During the last month. And I mean, we know that the Clippers are always going to be the Clippers when it comes to playoff time. But at least I don't know. I would expect Harden, in such a good situation like this now, to just thug it out and go ahead and try his hardest to maximize his chances as winning at winning a championships. And I don't know, to him it seems like taking a shortcut and going to another team like the Cavs is gonna do the do for him. But which is weird. I don't understand why. What exactly was his thought process behind this? But hey, whatever. Let's go ahead and watch this.
By the time you watch this, James Harden might already be a Cavalier, but why? Why is James Harden demanding a trade when he's in a city he loves, LA, on the hottest team in the league since Christmas? Dude would rather live in Cleveland and sabotage his own team than be on the Clippers one more second. Well, during the game last night, Chris Mannix reports, Clippers Cavs have had advanced discussions on a James Harden-Darius Garland swap. Someone in the building said they had never seen more fans looking at their phone during a game. Players were saying Harden could be on the Cavs before the night was over. But right now, the Athletic says crazy. One thing is holding this up. The Cavaliers' interest in Harden would be contingent on the amount of draft capital the Clips would attach to sweeten any deal. Draft capital? How many draft picks do the Clips even have left at this point?
Literally, bro.
You may already know details of the trade, but the main question is why now? Well, Harden is on a 2-year partially guaranteed deal in LA. So next year, he could be cut, making just $13 million. But he is playing at an elite level right now at 36-year-old. Harden knows he could get paid again, right? Averaging 25 points a night, 5 boards, and 8 assists. Not super efficient, but he gets to the line a ton. In fact, outside of Kawhi going nuclear, Harden's the number one reason LA went from a game out of last place December 22nd to a play-in spot today. But all of a sudden, Harden starts to go out for personal reasons a few games ago. People tweeting the fat suit picture like, oh, personal reasons. Harden up to his old tricks again. And they were right. Harden wants a 2-year, $80 million deal, according to Clutch Points. But the Clippers say no. They are hell-bent on being a max salary cap team for 2027. And I'm not even really sure why at this point, okay? The list of free agents is like Jokic, Giannis, Steph, Jimmy Butler, Cat AD, Jordan Poole. I mean, honestly, how many of those players do we really think are going to be a free agent and switch teams? Really? Jokic, Steph, maybe Giannis, but who's choosing the Clippers? No offense.
Yeah, exactly.
Or maybe they just don't really want to be in the James Harden business anymore. Last year, with their season on the line, Harden went just 2 for 8 in the Game 7 against Denver, scoring 7 points. And that is...
Yeah, I mean, this is just classic James Harden, playoff moments, whatever. We have to get used to it. Wait, hold on. Had to take the water, sorry.
Who he has been in big games his entire career. Harden becomes a sluggish, non-existent player in big spots. It's like he doesn't even care. Closeout game year before, he went 5 for 16, including 0 for 6 from 3. His last playoff game in Philly, a Game 7, he goes 3 for 11, scoring 9 points in the game.
It's like you see the pattern here. It's like, bro, what makes, like, What is Harden trying to do exactly? Has he realized? Did he now realize that he can't be the number one option on the championship team, and now he's trying to go under another star, like he's trying to go like under Donovan Mitchell, to make things easier for him. But like, bro, as a second option, bro, you can't be as bad as this, in big game 7s, like you have to be better than this. So it's like, bro, are you gonna have to come off the bench on a stacked team, like? I don't know. What realization has Harden come to?
Paradox. The dude that you depend on all season becomes undependable in the biggest moment of the season. So
Literally.
depend on someone else. And if you still don't believe that after 15 years of proof over and over, I don't know what to say. But
Yeah.
why would the Cavaliers want part of that? Well, they are being super aggressive because of Donovan Mitchell. Spada has played like a top 10 player again this year, but Cleveland is playing way below expectations. They are seeing potentially another first or second round exit, then Mitchell looking to exit for another team. Why? Because he has never been past the second round in his career and could be a free agent in 2027.
Whoa. What's
Bro,
that?
this is just so random. Him asking, bro.
Guys,
Shit is just so random, bro. Get out of there with that.
Do you remember that free agents list from before? Well, the only big name young player is Spida Mitchell. So a lot of teams could offer him max money. Now, if Cleveland wants to keep him, they need to show him how aggressive they are about winning. But James Harden, this man is the king of sabotage.
Literally.
Unhappy in Houston, gets all fat and out of shape. Unhappy in Brooklyn, literally retires during a game to send a message. Okay, not literally, but you know what I mean. In Philly, they lowballed his contract, so he goes all toxic, calling GM Daryl Morey a liar.
Daryl Morey is a liar. I remember when he had those things like in a strip club with Daryl Morey being a liar too. Like, oh, this shit was so funny, man.
In public. The man who had Harden's back, believed in him more than anyone other than like his own mom, and he throws that guy under the bus. If anything gets between Harden and his bank account, dude will burn it all down for the bag. I mean, Clips are playing so well, and he does this now?
That's what I'm saying,
In return,
like-
they could get Darius Garland, and Darius is 26 years old, an all-star. But for this season, he is a big step back. Harden has been consistent and a major reason they climbed out of near last place to the play-in.
Yeah, they
The
did.
beard is key to unlocking Ivica Zubac, and his scoring takes pressure off Kawhi needing to be a superhero every night. On the flip side, though, Garland is inconsistent. He has played 26 games this year for a toe injury. And oh, not that toe. That was injured last year. This is another toe. He is even having a special shoe made for him with inserts and a metal plate to deal with this. Great! But it would be buying low on a potential building block for the future, which is awesome, but not good for this year. So let's talk about a trade. Well, the Cavs want draft capital, huh? Okay, so what do the Clips have to offer? Well, LA has no first round picks famously until 2030. And I mean, probably dumb, right? To send another one out. Right when they can see the light at the end of the tunnel, they have to dig the hole even deeper. But they do have a number of second round picks to trade. So if Cleveland says no, who else wants James Harden? Well, there are two teams on his list, because remember, because of bird right considerations, Harden can veto any deal. So his list matters a lot. Well, the first team is the Minnesota Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards needs a legit point guard, and Harden still elite in the regular season. His other team is Atlanta. Why? Well, they need a point guard in legendary Party City for NBA players. But Jake Fisher says, sources say that Harden likes Minnesota and Atlanta, but the Timberwolves and Hawks are not expected to pursue such a deal. Well, that sucks.
Man.
But I still think if Minnesota cannot get Giannis done, and reports say they probably won't, they should at least consider a Harden swap. So who else? The Rockets spent over a decade in H-Town. They need a point guard, but Houston quickly came out and said, no thank you. Why? Because they would need to get rid of a rotation player.
Hell no,
Tari
bro.
Eason,
Bro,
and
hell
commit to
no.
Harden
Bro,
long-term
Houston's team is perfect now, bro. They don't need no damn Harden, bro. What you would?
guard. But Houston quickly came out and said, no thank you. Why? Because they would need to get rid of a rotation player like Tari Eason and commit to Harden long term. Plus, does KD really want to play with Harden again? Who knows?
No.
So that leads us all the way back to Cleveland. As of now, no teams are even interested in James Harden outside of the Cavs. Every single franchise that he has floated has said, no way do we want the beard. So I
I mean,
think...
why would they even want him, honestly? And why would he even want to go there? That's just crazy.
It is a matter of time before Harden is sharing the backcourt with Donovan Mitchell, because that is how desperate the Cavs are at this point. But what does that mean for the Clips? A lot of people saying, well, they should just trade Kawhi Leonard at this point. Dude is on a tear, and somebody would take him on despite the looming aspiration scandal. But what if that is the bigger story here? I mean, Kawhi, shockingly not an all-star. and Harden about to get traded. The NBA is about to come down hard on the Clips. Yeah, this is just Harden wanting to jump town before the Adam Silver earthquake hits that franchise. No. Obviously, the only thing he cares about is getting paid. And Kawhi has nothing to do with this. You cannot trade Kawhi. The Clips have no draft picks.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Trade Kawhi, Harden, and Zubats for picks and tank? The Thunder have their pick. And next year. And Philly has their pick 2 years after that. The Clippers need to win no matter what.
Literally,
and this
bro.
James Harden trade came at the worst possible time, like it always does. But you know what is even more annoying than a James Harden trade demand? The constant daily updates on Giannis' situation. Well, we just got more news that he will probably not be traded at the deadline, which means even more daily updates until the offseason. But why are the Milwaukee Bucks not going to trade him now? Check it out.
Hey, man, you guys let me know what you think about this in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. How do you think, do you think we'll be seeing Harden in a New Jersey, by trade deadline? Peace out.